In today's video, I'm going to be showing you the best USB dongle on the freaking planet, especially if you have an RC transmitter and you want to play any simulator. Now, you might have seen my Drone Mesh VUSB 1, however, this thing takes it to a whole new level with its compatibility, ease of use, and basically nothing to do to get it working. So what do I mean by that? Well, first of all, this one was not designed by me. This one was actually designed by Hakcrc, which is the same guy who wrote the plugin for the VJoy software that allowed the Drone Mesh VUSB to run. This one also provides lower latency, believe it or not, and we are using an STM32 F1 microcontroller unit and just some other features. It's not going to need any software to get it going. It'll work on Mac, Windows, Android, and it'll use the default software, whatever it might be, to control a USB game stick. So that was the whole idea here, is to have it emulate an actual real USB joystick, and it does that perfectly. Now you might be like, okay, what is the receiver compatibility? Well, this is where it gets pretty interesting. Automatically detects iBus, SBus, Spectrum. PPM, we still haven't fully tested just yet, but also possibly PPM. Don't take my word for that just yet. And it also has a 3.3 volt regulator and a 5 volt regulator. Now, the data line, whether it be SBus, iBus, or Spectrum, will go into the data right there. It'll just be soldered into place. This won't be here on the final version. And also, you have 5 volt in ground or 3.3 volt in ground, depending on your receiver, and you'll be good to go, and which is what I'm going to show you in this video right now. But before we continue, a huge shout out to PCBWay for allowing me to constantly prototype with Hakcrc in order to have the final version. Now, this was produced by PCBWay, and this is why I keep recommending them. The software, the assembly, the manufacturing was completely done by PCBWay, and again, you should definitely check them out if you are looking into prototype or a final product. As you can tell, the quality is absolutely superb, and this is not the first time I've used them, and this is why I constantly keep recommending them and why I allow them to sponsor the channel. So let's get started. We're going to play Liftoff, and I'm going to show you how this thing actually works. Obviously, the first thing you want to do is plug in the USB. Second thing you want to do is make sure you are bound to your receiver. So that's also very important. I'm going to go ahead and turn on my RC transmitter here.
Welcome to OpenTX.
All right.
Switch warning. Engine off.
Okay.
Flight
Let's see.
mode upgrade.
All right. So I'm already bound, as you can tell. Well, maybe not, but yeah, you can see right there. I'm already bound right there. So now this is supposed to be connected, and let's see what's the next step here. All right, guys, so once the USB is plugged in, also the receiver is obviously connected and bound to your transmitter, then the next thing you want to do is find your games or whatever simulator might be options to map out the controls. And, you know, every game has it differently. For example, Liftoff has a really nice way to do that. And what that does is it just basically tells it which stick does what or supposed to do what here. So we're just going to go to calibrate. And as you can tell, it picked it up as universal RC joystick, as you can tell. What it thinks it is, it just thinks it's a normal USB joystick that you buy from anywhere. So we're going to start calibration. And what we're going to do is we're just going to move these. Hopefully you guys can see everything. So there we go. Everything's already functioning. So you're just going to have to basically calibrate your controller here. And for any game, you always have to do this no matter what it is. And you're going to be good to go. So it's going to be really nice in that perspective. So right now, we should get going and we should start a game and see how well it works. All right, and we're done. So we just save and let's go fly. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and test this guy out. Oh, the rates are really slow. As you can tell, everything is just working absolutely phenomenal. The latency should be as good, if not better, than the first Drone Mesh VUSB. They're supposed to be faster than basically anything, because this one's supposed to be actually faster because it is using an F1 microcontroller unit with the VUSB capabilities on it, kind of like what we do with the through Betaflight here. My mind just got stuck over there for some reason. I don't know what the hell I dozed off on, but as you can tell, it's just, it works, and that's what it's supposed to do. You're supposed to just plug this thing right in and just start flying and not having to worry about anything. And don't forget, we're flying all wirelessly right now. This quad is so sluggish. It has no power. Alright. Let's do a late backflip or something. Nice. That wasn't really nice, but that's okay. Boom. Oh, I broke a propeller. Damn it. Trying to do a bounce off right there. So yeah, as you can tell, it's working. And again, a huge shout out to PCBWay, because if it wasn't for PCBWay, I wouldn't have been able to do stuff like this, whether the drone mesh VUSB1, the drone finder, and I have more other products upcoming, the magic board. Hopefully if that one gets enough interest, I might talk to Banggood, see if they want to stock up on some of that. And also your local dealers, you could contact them if you could just show them this video and have them contact me if you guys want it. In other shops also, instead of having everything shipped out just from China, you know, one in Europe and one in the US, I think it would be really great also. Yeah, for everybody. So I know Banggood's interested currently in this one, so expect it within a month or so to be in stock over there, probably shipped by December. Close to the end of December, I think they'll start getting shipped, but I think they'll have pre-orders. Now usually they don't pick up a lot of stock, so they usually pick up like anywhere between 25 pieces to 35, and depending on if it sells, then they call back and then they pick up some more. So they don't pick up a lot of stock, so the restocking process might take a while also. So as soon as you see it in sale and you want one, I highly recommend you just go ahead and buy it before so yeah, I highly recommend you basically just buy it if you want it right when it's in stock, so this way you don't avoid even waiting a bit longer. And again, huge shout out to PCBWay. These were actually manufactured, assembled, and flashed with our firmware from PCBWay. So huge shout out, and this is why I keep recommending them, because obviously I use them for all of my products and the quality is absolutely superb. And I'm gonna leave it at that, guys. Check out PCBWay, and huge shout out to Hakcrc for designing this, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.